Okay guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the new Viper goggles from FXT. These are a new kind of box goggle here, a different type of design. They have a mirror system here. You can see here that it's worn like this, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second, but the screen is off at a sort of a 45-degree angle here, and then they use a set of mirrors, and I'll also show that to show the image in here. And if you're a glasses wearer like me, this will actually revolutionize or change your whole thinking on goggles, because you can actually wear these with your glasses on, and I've actually used this quite a bit with my glasses on, and they're very comfortable, very easy to focus on the screen because of the new mirror system here. Overall, I can tell you right now that I can recommend this goggle for you guys that have had trouble finding a pair of goggles that will work with you, especially if you're a glasses wearer and you can't use like Fat Shark goggles or other type of box goggles because focus issues. This, I think, is going to be the goggle for you. So let me go ahead and get right into the video and explain all the details on this goggle. Now, first and foremost, there's basically two parts to this goggle system. There's the goggles headset itself here. There's a head strap here. All of the straps are in Velcro little pieces here, and they are adjustable, so you can adjust them to various size heads. There is a piece back here where the battery goes in, and I guess there's enough space in here for a lot of different types of batteries. I'm using a Fat Shark style battery here, and then the power cord here uses a barrel plug. There's also a barrel plug to an XT60 adapter if you want to use a traditional LiPo, but I'm using a Fat Shark style battery back here, no problem. The part in the back here has nice comfortable foam padding in the back. It's very comfortable wear, no issues there. And here in the front, it's kind of hard to see here. This whole front section here on your forehead is very well padded, and is like cloth covered. It's very comfortable to wear. So in terms of comfort, I have no complaints in terms of comfort and fitment. Getting this on here is very nice. Now the part that's going to be useful for you guys with the glasses is going to be this. Let me just turn this upside down, get the straps out of the way. This section here actually is very flexible. It's like a rubber material, and will form to fit right over your face. Plenty of space here for your nose as well. Had no issues with hitting my nose, and this will adjust to pretty much any face shape and can accommodate glasses because it's large enough. There is a little bit of like leakage, of course, but the screen is so bright that even outside I hadn't noticed any light leakage. In fact, this part here is actually removable. Let me just demonstrate that real quick. Basically just push down in the center here, and then they'll just slide right out. So this piece just actually can come off, and you can kind of see here there's two mirrors here, and you can see the screen. I was actually able to use this outdoors without the cover, and the screen's so bright that even in outdoor conditions I had no problems focusing on the screen and seeing and being able to fly with this screen as it is here. So, and the nice thing about this is you can put this on your head, and if you need to lift it up and look around, you can easily do that without having to worry about getting this off your face. It's a little bit tricky getting this part over your glasses, but once you do, it fits just fine. Okay, so that covers all of the parts here for the goggle part that actually goes over your head. And actually the part that has all the electronics is this screen here, and it comes off. You can actually just use the screen by itself. You can see there's a power plug right here. It's a little micro USB connector. Actually, I've already done a review on this screen. This is the FX 508 screen. It's a 5-inch screen, 840 by I think 480 is the resolution. It's a very nice screen, very bright. It's got dual diversity receiver inside. It's got a DVR, it records the DVR. Since I've already done a review on this one, the functions are virtually identical. I'll put a card in the corner to this video if you want to see how this actually works. It really is not that difficult to use. It's actually very easy to use. You can go to that video and find out how to operate the screen itself, there's just a little button back here that operates everything, and then there's a little button on top here for the DVR. Go to that video and you can check that out. Also, the manual that comes with it is excellent. I'm not going to go over it because it's well written, and you shouldn't have any issues with figuring out how to use this screen and getting this to operate just by reading the manual. And the last thing I want to cover on the screen itself, obviously the dual diversity receivers are inside the screen. You get two antennas here. They're both SMA connectors. They include the traditional dipole or the whip antenna, single antennas for these, but I never use those. I'm using Foxier lollipop antenna here too. This is a Menace RC pagoda antenna here, two omnidirectional antennas, and this actually works pretty well for me. The receiver on this is actually really good. I was able to fly pretty far away on just 25 milliwatts and got very little breakup on this particular receiver. And the DVR is actually pretty good as well. Records NTSC at 30 frames per second, 640 by 480. I think the bitrate's about 8 megabits. It's similar to the Fatshark DVR. The one downside on the DVR is that if you have a PAL camera, the recordings are cut off on the bottom just slightly, so keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure they'll probably fix that in a firmware update at some point in the future. If you have a PAL camera, keep that in mind. That is one issue. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate putting this on. I'm sure you guys are wondering what the fit's like, and obviously with my glasses on, because that's the selling point of these goggles. So I'm going to put these on and come try and see where the camera is here. Okay, so getting them on is actually, the first few times I tried to get this on, it was a little bit tricky because getting these around your glasses without moving your glasses around is a little bit tricky, but you get used to it pretty quickly. For me, I wanted to get my glasses right up to the very top section right here, and as you can probably see here, it fits, pretty much just molds to your face, and there's a little bit of light leakage here under my nose, but I mean, obviously I have the screen off right now so I can see a little bit of, just a tiny bit of light leakage on the side, but once the screen is on, I don't notice it whatsoever. Okay, so here I have it with the mold part off. I'm just looking at the screen itself, and obviously you're going to see all the light leakage from the side here because there's nothing, basically blocking the light. But the screen, I said, is so bright that if you just focus on the screen, all the stuff on the side just kind of disappears, and you can definitely fly just like this. And the advantage of using it in sort of this manner here is you can just lift this up like so, put it on top of your forehead, and obviously with your glasses still on, you can see whatever you want to see without having to, obviously, like for me when I'm using my Fatshark goggles, I have to take my goggles off, and I have to go find my glasses, put my glasses on to see whatever I need to see. In this case, I can fly, lift this up, and have no issues. And actually, even though this is heavier and more bulky than a Fatshark goggle, I might actually use this for a variety of situations where I may need to see things line of sight, for example, and go back and forth. If you do a lot of line of sight flying and going back to FPV, for example, flying like a wing or an airplane, this could be something really useful because then you could throw your plane, you could fly it, line of sight, and then you want to go to FPV, you just drag this down like so, and you're flying FPV right away without pretty much any hassle at all, which is really great. Okay, so I've got the camera here looking at the screen itself. We're taking the shroud off so you can get a good focus on the screen, and you can see that it's nice and bright. I have the OSD up at the top there. You can turn that off. It has the RSSI, the frequency and band, and also the power on time as well as your battery voltage. It's really hard to show on camera, but the screen is extremely bright, and you will have no issues with seeing this even in daylight conditions. And if I pan the camera up here, you can kind of see where the screen is being reflected off the mirrors. There's that second mirror up there, and I don't believe that anyone with glasses should have any issues with focusing on the screen. It should not be a problem whatsoever. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this review of the Viper goggles from FXT. If you are a glasses wearer and you've been looking for a solution, some sort of goggle solution that is going to help you with focus issues, definitely check this one out. Put a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.